Downhill again to the basket. It's pretty impressive.
Rasheer Fleming got the offensive rebound. Booknight boards the miss. Rupert trying to get by Wood, flips up a prayer, finds no answer. Wanted a whistle, did not.
Basket.
Blazers lead it by 1. Ellis, a miss that time, in love with the rebound for Portland. Rupert in transition. Blocked. C.J. Huntley got a piece of it. And down to the floor they go, but a kick ball is called. It'll remain Portland ball. Surprised Wood with it. Battle. His 3 is off. Rebound ends up in the hands of Love.
Portland showing exceptional ball movement.
And then Rupert pays it off.
It's a great pass by Schumacher, just to be patient in transition, had his head on a swivel, was able to find his big fella.
Schumacher spent some time with the Windy City Bulls, the Bulls G League affiliate, as well as the Valley Suns. Rupert, 4-3. Rayan, Rupert.
Tom Boogie Ellis does a great job of reading the pick and roll scenario where his man goes under the pick and roll, is able to shoot for easy 3.
Rupert in the lane, off the mark. Sissoko made a nice delivery, but Young underneath. 8 Phoenix turnover.
And if you watch the clip, he was surprised, because I don't think he was in the green room, but he just wasn't sitting down with the rest of the lottery pick players. But such a great draft addition by Portland Trailblazers to put him on the team, because he can play.
He can play indeed. Rupert.
Find his teammates. The rhythm and timing he has with his teammates has been right on cue, and I'm excited to watch him in this upcoming season.
Carr misses the face-up jumper. He was playing for the Qingdao Eagles, averaging 16 points, 10 rebounds a game. Sissoko whips a pass. Rupert's 3 comes up with air. Huntley with a rebound for Phoenix.
Back to that last play by Boogie Ellis, the kick-up pass for a point guard should be their best friend. I mean, when you're kicking the ball up, it just starts your offense at a much easier rate as opposed to just walking the ball up the floor.
Ellis taking it the distance. They weren't sure that Maluach would be available with the 10th overall pick. In fact, their general manager, Brian Gregory, told owner Matt Ishbia, I'm not sure he's going to be available. Rupert, McCoy running the floor. Padula, a pull-up 3, not there. Rupert, another offensive rebound, and a putback. That's now 4
efforts right there. He was able to stay in front of Love and not give up an easy drive to the basket.
And he has scored well here in the 3rd. He has been good on both ends of the floor. Rupert with a finger roll, won't fall. Who lays it up and lays it in. It's good when those guards reward the big guys for running the floor and making the screen. Rupert scores on the other end.
For sure.
Queen, Peavy, one more to the corner. Pristine ball movement. Everything but the bucket for the Pelicans. Sissoko. Back out. Rupert for 3.
Efficient so far. And when I talked to Summer League head coach Ronnie Burrell about him, he said he's not even really worried about the turnovers, which have been a part of his first 2 games. He said, I don't worry about the turnovers at all because passing is such a big part of his game. He's big, he's young, he has the ball in his hands.
One from the Houston Rockets. There was a game between Yi Jianlin and Yao Ming back in the mid-2000s, a regular season.
And getting more comfortable with the language.
How do you guys handle that? You guys have a translator for him?
Of course.
Yeah, he's got a translator sitting right behind the bench.
On the end of the bench right now. His name is Chris. He's doing a phenomenal job, but, we'll have our own, people to lead that English class.
He's going to be the coolest guy in the room, but Caleb has a very similar personality to Chauncey. They're not rah-rah guys, but lead by example, and both players that...
Older, but I thought you was the coolest dude on our team. Now you're giving me.
We used to have that battle all the time.
Yes, we did.
One of the big transactions you guys made was being able to get away. Let's start with Drew. That's where we ended things off. What one variable does he bring that you guys figure to benefit from the most?
Experience. That's the one thing a young team
go through that adversity, and do you put in the work? to get yourself out of the hole? Do you put the work in to find ways to get on the court? And oftentimes for young players, that comes more on the defensive end of the floor. And so for Jeremiah Fears to be great, he's going to have to start with what he does defensively. As you mentioned, it's easy.
Very venerable European basketball franchise with a lot of great history. Same one that Tony Parker played for before coming over to the Spurs. Rupert, speaking of France, laces that.
Did not give much space for Lester Quinones to be able to make a play, either dropping it off or getting to the rim.
Love, skip pass to the corner, one more. Rupert, that's the right guy, but he left it short.
But a quality look at the
Foul shooter knocks down the second.
But there are different levels to technical fouls, correct?
Yes.
And so would it I believe it's is Class A and Class B? Is that the two terminology? Is that the terminology?
I might be right on that.
But one of them, if Caleb Love had come out of college after the national championship game in his sophomore year, they lost to Kansas when he was at North Carolina, he would be in someone's NBA rotation right now. Wow. And again, there's many testaments to guys who have stayed for 5 years.
In the third.
Exactly.
Is coaching the Chicago.
Which is such a cool thing. And for Billy. And be able to share that experience, that love, that passion. We see a lot of fathers.
Now the head coach of the Denver Nuggets. And Fleming with that jumper. Memphis has opened up a 6-point lead. Some of the Grizzlies get it after defensively here so far tonight.
Very happy with the way the teams are playing.
Young Hansen, 8 points for Portland. City Sissoko leads that score sheet with 9. Cam Spencer with 9 points to lead all Memphis scorers. And Lawson Lovering, who was on the unfortunate end of the poster, and he was 12 for 15 from three-point land. Ended up with a 51-point G League night.
How about that? Got it started at Loyola.
Finished at UConn. Biggest lead right now for Portland as they continue the stretch. They finished the second.
Here's Rowe trying to turn the corner, got peeled clean, and Rupert in transition raises up and puts it. St. Mary's playing for Randy Bennett anymore. They're
not all across, about 80%. Every now and then one slips through the cracks.
Around the ball screen, Rupert downhill, left it short. Might have been partially blocked.
I think this is the fastest team that I've seen out here end to end with what Portland is doing here in the first quarter. I mean, everybody that gets it has straight ahead speed, and that's the kind of pace that they clearly are trying to play with, and they've created a summer league team that's going to fit that.
Great point. Rupert from beyond the arc. Got a fortuitous. Warriors makes it 38-19. Henson out top. Good closeout by Mobley. 7 on the shot clock. Rupert already in double-digit scoring. That 3 caroms off.
You know, sometimes I say, I don't want you to be this guy that your offense goes way, way up, and then you just start forgetting about defense. Right. Offense is so fun. I think he can be a lockdown defender.
Really?
I really do. He's so strong. He got great feet. He's tough as heck, you know. So he'll be better defensively for it.
You know, moving at a high level, and I feel like coming from college to the NBA, that was one of the biggest things is, you know, being able to change floors at, you know, fast pace, fast speed, and being able to sustain it for a long time. And, you know, I feel like that was one of the biggest adjustments for me coming into the NBA.
But Donovan, along those lines, talk about like the progress of your team throughout the season. I just was so impressed with the way you guys played the last couple months of the year. Where did you see the biggest growth as a team?
I feel like we really just started to find out, you know, really each other's games and how to play well together. And really we locked in on the defensive end. You know, we really bought in defensively, which, you know, carried over to the offensive end. And, you know, if we build up on the defensive end and get stop after stop.
You out here, what kind of advice would you give to these guys who are making their debuts?
I mean, I was fortunate to be put in a good situation with a great team and great teammates around me. Obviously, my first summer league, I really struggled shooting the ball. And so what I would tell them is it's not necessarily